This is the world. That's you and that's me. The world has the perfect temperature to keep all living things alive and happy. This temperature depends on a balance. The sun's heat goes to Earth to make it warm. The sun's heat bounces back to space to make the Earth cool. When this balance is lost, the climate changes. The Earth's climate has changed many times before. This is called natural climate change. It's caused by volcanic eruptions, changes in the sun's energy, and changes in the Earth's orbit. Greenhouse gases also make the Earth warmer. They trap heat from the sun. Greenhouse gases are like a blanket covering the Earth. It started in the 1700s. Humans started to build more things. We burned coal to make electricity. We burn oil to make our cars and planes move. We use chemicals to make things. We cut down lots of trees. We burn gas to cook food. We dump lots of trash on landfills. We plant a lot more rice. All these things release greenhouse gases. Remember the blanket over the Earth? Because of humans, it got much, much thicker. When I get hot, I sweat. I even get dizzy. Imagine the Earth. Because it's hotter, glaciers and ice sheets are melting. Seas are rising, storms are getting stronger, some places are getting dry, even the sea is getting warmer. All living things are in big trouble. So what should we do? We need to change the way we live so we can stop releasing so much greenhouse gases. That way, the Earth's blanket will go back to normal. We also need to be ready for what climate change will bring. In December, there will be a big meeting of nations. They'll meet in Paris to decide how each country can help. Their decision will decide the future of Earth, our home.
Hi, I am Naomi Jacome, 17 years old, and I told you how we could fix climate change only with a good education. In school, we have been taught how to get a good job, how to have enough money for maintaining a family or ourselves, how to solve math problems, and many other things. But there is a real issue that is not being taken into account as it should. This is this issue is climate change. The problem might be because of a great lack of knowledge about what climate change really is. This is maybe due either to an excess of information, incurrency of sources, or self serving misinformation, which give rise to a series of false myths about this topic. Therefore, I can start talking about climate change without explaining what it really is. First, it is necessary to clarify two concepts that, although closely related, are often mistakenly taken as synonymous. Climate change and global warming, they are not the same. Global warming refers only to the Earth's surface temperature. On the other hand, climate change approaches everything related to warming, including its side effects, such as melting glaciers, a rise up in severe rainstorms, or frequent droughts. According to the government of Spain, the industrialized world has caused the concentration of greenhouse gases increased by 30% during the last century, when without human action, nature was charged of balancing these emissions. So, yes, climate change did not necessarily originate from us, but ourselves are making it worse every day. But not everything it is lost. Did you know that since 2018, hundreds of thousands of students from all over the world have left their classrooms every week to participate in the movement Fridays for Future, led by activist Greta Thunberg? According to his website, the protests against the lack of action of the climate crisis. Let me ask you something. Have you ever gotten sick from the changing temperature while traveling? Well, we are just so used to the living with climate change that it doesn't happen to us as often anymore. And this is really bad because the more we get used to it, the more it will affect us. I know you have already heard many consequences, but what would really happen if we live in the world where we have these problems every day? A change of several degrees can make the temperature of a zone more hospitable to the spread of certain diseases. If this happens, dengue fever and other health issues that are neglected in developed countries and in areas that have traditional been colder can begin to occur. This also affects developing countries. Veo Verde, a study made in Ethiopia and Colombia by scientists from University of Denver and Michigan, proved that the global warming increased the risk of malaria at high altitudes. The global warming produced by the accelerated burning of exhaustible fossil fuels has had very intense effects in the North Pole. This is much warmer today than it was 50 years ago. Besides, the health and even the lives of thousands of people might be at risk to the increase in heat waves, both in terms of frequency and intensity. Another consequence would be the higher temperatures means less rainfalls, droughts, and floods. The climate will have to adapt to his new environment, therefore changing the length of the seasons. Climate change even affects our human rights. And you may be asking how? Well, the right to life is compromised because this, as you know, consists not only in the protection of existence, but also in the access to conditions that guarantee a dignified lifestyle, like water, food, a home, health, and adequate environment. The European Space Agency (ESA) stated that the Aral Sea used to be one of the largest lakes in the world with 8,000 square kilometers to its extension. It's received the name of Mar. Today there is less than 10% left, but you may be wondering how this is climate change related to education. Education is a foundation for the development and progress of any society. It is the base where the whole building of human development stands. Giving proper education is necessary for success in life, just like food is necessary for a human healthy body. A good education is very helpful in future life. This is why I believe that we could decrease climate change through a better education for everyone. We can create better habits and better people who already consent will want to help other living beings, our ecosystem, and our planet. Global warming is no longer a problem of the future. It is a situation that must be stopped immediately, or the destruction of the planet will be irreversible. Remember, this is our home and the home of others. So, all those years of education in our lives, were they really worth it? The most important test we have it now. Climate change, we have to act now or we will lose everything. Thank you.